Hi folks, lot to talk about today. We've been very, very busy getting ready for Sunday Night Live on the 27th. It's only going to be the titles shown on YouTube because we can't break it down. It's an hour and a half show and it'll be live on JD TV and something else to announce on that night as well. So please sign up before the 27th and have a look. It's www.jimdavidson.uk. I've just been looking at back at some of the things and how we can prove it. And my wife said I keep doing that with the script, which is annoying, or scratching my arse or playing with things, or the microphone goes off from this radio mic. I don't even know if it's working now, to tell you the truth, to the camera. Because I sit here in the studio and do this on my own, before the live broadcast, actually, and then send it off to Robert and keep my fingers crossed that nothing fucking awful happens. And I've seen something awful happening here. I've been reviewing stuff and on YouTube, and I saw a dance group called Diversity. Weren't they on Britain's Got Talent? All those people are just put together by Simon, aren't they? For whatever, dance groups. I mean, if you can piss, you can dance, can't you, really? Anyway, I saw them doing this most ridiculous thing. And they're all dressed as BLM people, of course. And they ended up with a policeman's knee on the neck of a black man. I thought that was the most indulgent piece of stuff I've seen in ages. What was the point? What was it? Why do we have to reenact some poor man's death? What, you know? And I saw it on the day that a black man was charged with murdering someone in Birmingham and injuring quite badly 7 other people. I hope that's charged for 7 attempted murders. I mean, or was he just clumsy? Did he miss the... Or did he decide I'll just kill one and fuck around with some others? And of course the British Midlands Police have caught this guy, but they never put out what he looked like until they put out CCTV, so we could all say, oh look, that's a black man, rather than saying that's a black man. Well, perhaps Diversity should have a look at that, shouldn't they? And not do that fucking dance in Birmingham around the families. Perhaps you can do it as a little piece for the funeral. You know, that'll cheer everybody up. And put in the middle of the dance the fact that all the BLM people are now threatening other people, especially in America, for not putting the fist up or taking the knee. Well, don't fucking come around South East London, because we don't want to take the knee. We've been growing up with black people around us for years and years and years, and there doesn't seem to be a fucking problem until these young millennial people have fucking started. Do you know, I don't know what you want. What the fuck do you want? Diversity, what the fuck do you want? You want to be famous, don't you? You want to be all around the world. That's why you do it. You don't give a fuck about George. Of course you don't. Fucking ridiculous. And why? I don't fucking get it. What do you want? I've got it written down here. Have a listen to this, right? Do you really think that dance with that man being knelt on really makes everyone say, oh God, we're all racist, we must defund the police or do something? What is it you want? Do you not think it fuels the bigots? It's made me angry. Okay, well, I'm a racist, aren't I? Homophobic, sexist, all them things. You just name it, all you fucking scrotes on Twitter, and call me whatever you want. But you really, really believe in your young, never get on the chase, stupid fucking minds that this will decrease racial hatred. I think it's just going to fucking sort it out. I mean, it is unbelievable. What do you want? What more can people do before you say, okay, that's enough now? You don't see white couples on adverts anymore, do you? Most TV presenters are non-white. The Golden Girls, you know the film The Golden Girls with all them old birds? That's being made by black people. Tom and Jerry's mum will probably be reinstated. And there's loads of white people sticking up for you, sticking up for black life. Young white girls walking around with banners. Defund the police, support black people. Well, I say most young girls. Gemma's sister is not holding up a banner as she was violently mugged by 3 black men. Yeah, well, there you go. Perhaps Diversity can do a mugging thing. Yeah, well, fucking someone kneel for me when I come on stage. They do, they kneel and say, I wish you'd fuck off. Look, we have 5,600 illegal immigrants in this country. That's this month. 5,600 immigrations. Anyone from our country, any white people or black people, British, want to go to their country? Perhaps Gary Lineker can fuck off and do a house swap in the Sudan or somewhere like that. 5,000 odd fucking illegals coming in here, and we have 100 Afghan interpreters still stuck in Afghanistan who worked against all odds for the British military. These brave people had their lives threatened, and we won't let them back in this country. Well, I wonder why that is. They're probably safer in Afghanistan. There's probably more fucking Taliban here. Right, let's look at the convicts, for instance. I know I'm banging on about this, but it's getting on my fucking nerves now. Someone needs to say something. Bolton, Oldham, Bradford. Let's look at the link. Do you think there's a link there, Jeffrey? Of course there fucking is. We are now going back down a snake because of people are not bothering. The BAME community, what the fuck that means? The Asian community who have big families are taking no notice and staying together. They have a bubble of 300 in a fucking house. And this is why it's happening in these areas. These areas are predominantly BAME areas. So fucking sort yourselves out rather than walking around doing knees and fucking protesting. Save your family. Save your next door neighbour. And why? I'll tell you what we should do. Here we go. All you BLM people and you fucking idiots about climate change that try and stop the newspapers coming out, why don't you go out and catch it on purpose and then go on a fucking march through London and no fucker will come near you? Okay? Unbelievable. And now no more than 6 people can meet at one time. So I understand that. At least Aid Edmondson's tour can still go on. Right, and who, right now, it's dropping. The convids are fucking dropping. There's less deaths. The hospitals are emptier than the fucking theatres. And so, what are we going to do? I've got down here, professors. Have you noticed? They're going to run out of professors soon. They found one, Professor Inglebunky, from some fucking pinpoint island off the top of the Outer Hebrides, who's got his view on everything. The government are wrong. Oh, we'll find another one to say the government are right. For fuck's sake, just don't catch it. Don't go near it. The greatest thing this week is those 2 British footballers, them 2 young lads, who smuggled those birds into their hotel. Well, did you see those fucking girls? It's worth it, lads, isn't it? Fuck football. Fucking get in while you still can. Some pretty women in Iceland. Ooh, some fucking ugly cows in Lidl's. Okay, I'll see you on JDTV.